Hey guys, so actually, I want to show you guys how I trade my Gbpjpy and Euro JPY. Actually, I majorly trade Gbpjpy, Great Britain pounds. Then, actually, one of the reasons why I trade here is because of one of ICT's core content which talks about it. So just check it out and you can know better. So and the major thing I trade here is just bullish. I only trade the bulls. I majorly trade the bulls, and one of the reasons why I majorly trade the bulls is because currently the GBP is greater than the JPY, and it goes always. If you backtest, you will see this. So actually, what I do is I wait for the Asian session or the London session. I don't trade back past that. If I don't get my setup in my Asian session, then I will look for it in my London session. You understand? So I actually wait for liquidity to be taken, and which happened the liquidity taken, then a displacement, then price fair value gap and all. But it didn't show here on the 5 minutes because 5 minutes is my favorite time frame. It went to show itself on the 1 minute time frame. So if you look at the 1 minute time frame, you see a setup occurred around this zone, this specific zone here, Then when I took the trade, I got stopped out because I didn't quickly take my profits and all because I thought price was going to continue moving. So I got stopped out. So actually, it's not bad to miss a trade, but I stick to my rules. Then actually, after being stopped out, I won't trade again till the next day in this session. So actually looking at it, okay, it's a setup occurred here, but it's out of my session. So actually the next day, I actually took my trade around this area. I took my trade around this area. So this is the 2 o'clock session, the Asian session. So after that, after taking my Asian session, I wait for liquidity to be taken, and you obviously saw what happened. Price came back to respect an higher time frame POI. As I've always been saying in my channel, market is always going to be respecting the higher time frame POI. It is higher probability that market respects higher time frame point of interest. So when price respects higher time frame point of interest, on the lower time frame there's a setup occurring already. You understand? So actually, um when that happens, I took my trade from here because liquidity was taking displacement. Yeah, I saw, okay, there is a breakout already. So I took my trade from here. Immediately price broke this ground, this low. I took my trade and I took my profit around this zone. Then I moved price to break even ASAP. Then I allowed the price continue. Then I took my profit, then left. So actually, this is the London session and a setup occurred. But what I do is I don't take trade in London session. After trading my New York, after trading my Asia, pardon, after taking my Asia rather. So I don't trade my New York. I just see what I want to see. I had liquidity taken, price respecting an higher time frame POI, then fair value gap, and the rest. It's done. So actually, I move to the next day, the 7th of June, and I wait for a bullish setup around my higher time frame POI. That's the rule. Around my higher time frame POI. So he didn't give me this. So I had to wait. I had to wait. I had to wait the um till the London session. Actually, around this zone, you will see that price took liquidity here, but was it inside the higher time frame POI? No, it wasn't. So I actually didn't trade it. So I waited for price to go to the higher time frame POI. Then my setup was formed. In the what? In the London session. London session. Always look at your own London session. My own time is different. I'm from Nigeria, so my own time frame here is different. So look at your London session from there, wherever you are. So actually, liquidity taking displacement. Then look at it. Price went below this that candle. Then I took the setup. I took it because one of the reasons why I took it is because price is representing, price is being respecting, price is respecting rather price is respecting the higher time frame point of interest, and the rest, it's done. So the next day the next day liquidity taking, displacement, price respecting a higher time frame point of interest, fair value gap, price representing see this rejection candle, price is respecting the rejection, then price surged up. I took my profit around this area, then moved price to break even. Then price went above it, but I took my profit already, then price went below. Then after that, I don't trade. No matter how my setup occurs, like you can see around this zone before in the pre-London session, my setup occurred, then price went up, price surged up. I don't trade it. I just observe what happens and look how accurate my setup occurs. So the next day, that's the 9th of June, liquidity was taking a rate again around the Asian, sponsoring a bullish move because what? It is respecting an higher time frame point of interest. You understand? So this happens, then a bullish move. The same setup, price respecting a breaker here. So price moved. Look at the rejection. Look at the rejection. Then price continued to surge. Excuse me. Price continues to surge. Then I took my profit already though. Then move price to break even. That's what I do. That's how I trade. Then that's all for the day. So what I do is that the week before, the Sunday that I start in the week, I make sure I plot out my higher time frame point of interest, because that's where price is going to respect, then the setup is actually going to be forming. So that's what everybody should do, because it gives confirmation, a bigger confirmation. All right, now I hope you guys have learned something new. Till we talk again, be safe, and don't forget, always trade.